Blanching veggies is something that we do in the industry a lot, but we don't really do it at home that much. As your greens.
Tonight on One News, $6 million put towards free mental health services and the government's first long-awaited allocation of funding. National calls it too little. Unsettled spring weather brings big damaging tides and rainfall. There's more to come for the north and snow for the south. Plus a sports gathering of Olympic proportions. The Ames Games kicks off in Tauranga with more than 11,000 kids from around New Zealand and the Pacific. Kia ora, good evening. Nationals calling the first of the government's long-awaited mental health initiatives a fail. $6 million will be spent on helping up to 170,000 people receive free mental health support at places like their local medical centre. But National says it's nowhere near enough. Katie Bradford reports.
It's our news.
And somebody who didn't look unsettled at all was Bianca, who I feel like is almost one of us since she came to the Auckland Open.
Amazing tennis result, yeah. Bianca Andreescu, 19, the new US Open champion. Oh, by the way, she beat Serena for the title. Yes, we'll have more on the tennis in just a moment. From 150 in the world last summer when she was here, now to number 5 in the world. Not only an upset for the young Canadian, but she carries on a staggering career winning record, climbing to new heights. We'll have more on this next. Plus, we have a new motocross world champion.
When we felt like quitting, we kept going, and here we are, world champion.
From Palmerston in Otago to Turkey and beyond. And a sign of things to come, maybe, as the All Blacks get set to depart for Japan. Steve Hansen joins us here next.
Mobil proudly brings you One News Sport. Register your Mobil Smiles card to redeem your points for instant fuel savings and treats, 'cause you've earned it.
Well, really a fairy tale story to begin tonight with Canadian teenager Bianca Andreescu has stunned the tennis world again, upsetting the great Serena Williams in the US Open final today in New York. Earlier this year, Andreescu played in 5 points to 9.
Stormy old time in Japan. They've got a typhoon heading their way. Trains and flights cancelled.
Not a great start for the World Cup, however. We just heard from the All Blacks and they're hearing that it's supposed to pass before they even get on the plane tomorrow morning, which is good news.
Good. It is. All right, thanks for that, Sav. And stand by, because after the break, it's Good Sorts, where a dying man saves a dying man. We'll explain shortly.
The euthanasia debate. A former member of the Netherlands euthanasia watchdog explains why he's now a critic. And a new history of political advertising. How many promises are actually kept.
The goals themselves are unachievable.
That's Q&A tomorrow night, 9:30 here on One.
Kia ora, welcome back. An early morning thundery wake up for many of us in the upper north, and a southerly wind shift meant a few dustings of new snow for the South Island ski fields. And here's further evidence of that southerly. Lots of single figure highs. Hanmer Springs and Darfield just making it to 5 degrees today. A bit warmer on the west coast. Hokitika 15, 11 for the capital. Hastings just 9. A bit further north, staying a bit warmer. The top temperature of 20 felt in the Bay of Islands and Whangarei. So to the situation from the satellite cam right now, and that bright yellow band was the cause of all this thunder. It curves back around the country, leaving lots of cloud over the lower north. So to tomorrow, and it's a bit of a tale of two islands. The south remains fairly settled, while a new system from the Tasman Sea makes its way towards the north. So we have some warnings in place. Heavy rain watch for the Western Bay of Plenty and Coromandel Peninsula. That's from Monday afternoon and all day Tuesday. So the cause of this is showers from the bottom of the island and showers from the top of the island. They could meet in the middle, and there you have your heavy rain in and around Coromandel. You could see some thunderstorms in the far north as well, and snow down to 700 metres for the central ranges. A watch is in place for the desert and Napier Taupo roads as well. And then we move to the south and it's mostly fine, just the odd sprinkle in the east. So to the lower north and it's lower south rather, and it's cold overnight, but the morning cloud and showers should mostly disappear. Oamaru, Dunedin and Stewart Island heading for 8. Lots of sun up the coast, just a few gusty southeasterlies to contend with. Nelson a bit of cloud and 11 for you, 12 for most everyone else here. A grey old day over on the east coast, maybe a shower as well. A chilly one, just 8 degrees for almost everyone. The bottom north sees some cloud. New Plymouth, you'll get wet at times, possibly in Wellington and Whanganui too. 12 for Whanganui, 11 Levin and Kapiti Coast. A soggy Monday over on the east of the island. The Hawke's Bay, steady rain, and for the rest of you it'll kind of come and go. Masterton and Hastings 9, Gisborne 11. And the day deteriorates somewhat in the centre north. The rain increases in the afternoon. It could be heavy and thundery in Tokoroa and Tauranga. And remember that southerly arrives. Yes, there you go. Taupo just 8 degrees. Taumaranui and Tokoroa 11. And it could be a rumbly start to the working week further north. Lots of thunder on the cards, rain too, which could be heavy at times. Staying warmer though, Whangarei 18, Paihia and Kaitaia 17. Dunedin, your Monday improves. Cold southerlies and cloud and showers to start, but you'll end up with some fine spells in the afternoon, just a high of 8 for you. And a mostly cloudy one for Christchurch, maybe a shower. 8 is where you're headed as well. And a brolly morning for the capital. Expect showers, but they will clear off. 9 is your high. And the rain will come and go in Hamilton. It could be heavy when it comes and bring some thunder too. 13 is where you're headed. Tauranga, you may also have thunder overhead with rainy patches. 13 is your high. In Auckland, you're in for much of the same. Periods of rain. They could be heavy and thundery. 16 for you. Now looking ahead, and Tuesday sees that system really making itself at home in the North Island. That'll be wet for pretty much everyone. The south, though, fine for pretty much everyone. Wednesday sees that wet weather system begin to clear off, just leaving showers on the east coast and right up the top in the North Island. And finally, it's the South Island's turn for some wet. And by Thursday, the rain arrives in the west and the south of the South Island. So get your brollies and coats ready to take to work tomorrow in the north. And South Islanders, it's your turn later on in the week.
Great. Thanks very much, Erin. Tonight's Good Sort is a story of staying calm under pressure and of putting your own problems aside. Oh, that was a story, wasn't it? And you can check out Good Sorts on our website where you can catch up with all of our Good Sorts, nominate someone and see behind the scenes footage. You just need to go to onenewsnow.co.nz/Good Sorts. That is One News this Sunday. From the team, Paul Marie, good night.